Chav Zayin Amud Bet, we started from Chav Zayin Amud Aleph, last line. Rav Nachman Bar Yitzchak Amar, we said earlier that we're learning from Negaim to other types of dinim. So we tried to say that we're learning from Negaim to Shatnez, and we said, doesn't work, nachon? Negaim to Shatnez, I don't need the limud. So what are you learning Negaim to? Just like Negaim, Tzemer Ufishtim, so to any other type of stuff. What do you learn from Negaim to other limud? Got it? You just said to Shatnez you couldn't learn, because I don't need for Shatnez to Tzemer Ufishtim. Rav Papa, we said I don't need it. So what do I need it for? Why am I learning Negaim to where? What's the other type? Kilaim, we said not to. I don't need pasuk. We just X out Rav Papa. I don't need pasuk for Kilaim. So what's Af Kol coming to exclude? So that's the last time. Rav Nachman Bar Yitzchak Amar, Af Kol le'atuye tzitzit. Af Kol to teach you that the only garment that chayav in tzitzit will be tzemer upishtim. The Gemara says, tzitzit be'ed yaktiv. It says state in the Torah, lot tilbat shatnez tzemer upishtim. The two parashot, shatnez and tzitzit, reading next to each other. בשעטנז it said tzemer upishtim. סמוכים לעד לעולם, עשויים באמת ויסר. So the parasha of tzitzit juxtapose samuch to parasha of kilaim to teach you that the din of tzitzit it's only tzemer ufishtim. So what do I need to learn from negaim to tzitzit? וכתיב גדילים תעשה לך. So the two parashiyot of doing tzitzit it's reading next to the parasha of שעטנז. So I know that the din of tzitzit it's dafka tzemer ufishtim. So if I know it already from semuchim, from juxtaposition, what do I need to learn it out from negaim? What do I need from negaim? Says clearly.
Yeah, because they're next to each other.
So I know already that the din of tzitzit is semuchim. The Gemara said, no, sal kedai techamina kederava. You would have thought like Rava. The Rava Rami. Rava Mechila. The Rava Rami. Ktiv hakanaf. Ktiv hakanaf. Look. Rava Rami. Ktiv hakanaf. It says in the pasuk hakanaf. So hakanaf betil techelet, נכון? When do we say that?
hakanaf betil techelet, קריאת שמע.
קריאת שמע, right? Not korban. So we said hakanaf betil techelet. Hakanaf means min hakanaf, which means the type of the tzitzit that you tie to the garment should be a similar material of the garment. That's stage one. Okay? כתוב hakanaf, that means a similar type of garment the tzitzit should be from.
The string and the cloth. Like the string needs to be the same material as the
cloth.
Okay.
Right. But the ktiv, tzemer ufishtim yachtav. But we have another pasuk that you can do tzitzit, tzemer and pishtim together.
Two different
that
material,
means
right.
two different material. The garment doesn't need to be the same material of the tzitzit.
Right.
So hakitzad, how would you reconcile that contradiction? One pasuk said it's got to be the same material of the garment. The other pasuk said even different material. He said tzemer ufishtim. If you use for the tzitzit wool or linen, potrin ben beminan ben shelo minan. Meaning, if you take a cotton tzitzit, a cotton garment, and you put tzitzit on it, you can put either wool or linen. But sha'aminin, if you want to use the tzitzit strings, cotton, you cannot put cotton on.
Cotton.
No.
Cotton
on cotton on wool garment. Rather, cotton gotta be cotton. Polyester polyester is different. But, so therefore, sh'ar minim other.
So you have a wool tzitzit?
If you have a wool tzitzit, you cannot put cotton on it.
You cannot put cotton on
it.
But
cotton, you can put on a cotton garment.
But they mix them.
So that's
polyester is mixed now between wool and cotton.
Okay, that's something else. But I'm talking about on a regular, anyway, to tzemer and linen, wool and linen poter any type of garments. But other type of material will be poter only a similar material of the cloth. So that's what we're learning. When we said hakanaf, min hakanaf, it got to be similar material of the tzitzit, of the garment. When it's different type of other material, other tzemer ufishtim, then it's got to be similar to the type. Cotton to cotton. Cannot put cotton on silk garment. But if you want to put tzemer ufishtim, that can be put in any type of tzitzit. Meaning I don't care about the garment. Tzemer ufishtim always will be good. Let's hear the inside. Haketzad. Tzemer ufishtim potrin ben beminan ben shelo minan. Tzemer ufishtim will be good either similar garment or not similar garment. Sh'ar minim other types of material. Beminan potrin. If it was the exact same thing, cotton to cotton, would be good for tzitzit. שלא במינם, אינם פותרים. Cotton to silk will not be patur. So that's what the Gemara says. Sal kedai techamin, I would have thought, like Rava, so the shayla of the Gemara was, what do I need to say? What do I need to say that hakanaf, we said hakanaf means, according to Rava, that it must be similar to the type of garment. In which type of circumstances?
When it's not Tzemel Ufishtin.
When it's not Tzemel Ufishtin. So the Gemara said, we're learning from Negaim. We're back to Negaim. We're learning from Negaim to Tzitzit, that the din of Tzitzit is Tzemel Ufishtin anytime, and there is no requirement whatsoever for the garment to be similar material of the tzitzit. I would have thought like Rava, that it's got to be similar material of the tzitzit.
This is hakanaf.
Because of hakanaf. Kamash malan, we don't learn hakanaf. Hakanaf means, stam, that's the language of the Torah. And be'emet, the tzitzit can be in tzemer, upishtim, and any other material can be used.
How can I say stam?
Like now, exactly, yeah, which is that's the halakha.
Tzemer, the strings are made out of tzemer.
No, today
That's a halakha.
today we use all of the tzitzit tzemer.
But the string is not. The string is tzemer, yeah?
The string is tzemer. Today, yeah, your string is tzemer, yeah. All of our strings are tzemer.
Since the
They're
cotton.
all-
They wear
yeah,
cotton baguette.
I'm talking about the garment, I'm talking about the tzitzit.
Okay, but the cotton one is not cotton.
Yeah, all of the tzitzit are wool.
Okay, so the cotton one isn't cotton. Which
Right,
proves that
even
it's
the
not
cotton
And
garment,
what a new material that came out. Wool. Very, very
yeah,
light.
it feels like cotton, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
amazing.
Unbelievable.
That's
I
polyester
nice,
mix.
nice.
It's a
No, it's wool.
But
Wool and
just
polyester, no?
No, it's actually like wool.
It's like
What? The one
breathable
these
wool.
ones. Rabbi,
Yeah,
talking about
yeah,
this,
It's the
right?
best.
Huh?
It's expensive.
Yeah, that's full
It's
wool.
very
No,
expensive.
he said it's
Here it's
poly?
$100.
No,
in
no.
Israel.
No, that
Supposed to
one,
be full.
that one's
If
full.
you have the right one.
I thought it was mixed.
It's expensive. but it's
So
good.
how does it stretch? I know that's the only ones I wear, but how does it stretch then, Rabbi? How does it stretch? It has to be mixed with something. It can't be straight wool. It can't stretch. This is a stretch. Wool doesn't
I don't know,
stretch.
but they do trust them today that they make it.
It has to be
Okay,
mixed.
so conclusion.
I think,
I would have thought, according to Rava, we see that kanaf require
The same.
even different type of material will require tzitzit. נכון? Hakanaf means similar type to the garment. That's what we're learning from Negaim, that only wool and linen have in tzitzit. That means if you have cotton tzitzit,
It's not.
you're not even chayav in tzitzit. That's chidush. I would have thought like Rava, the different type of garment is chayav in tzitzit, and that's why I need the chidush of hakanaf, that it's got to be similar material. Kamash malan dispraita, that he doesn't hold like Rava. And other type of garment are not chayav in tzitzit at all. So we don't need the limud of Rava, and the did of tzitzit it's only to wool and linen. Again, we're learning from Negaim to tzitzit. The Gemara says, what do I need Negaim to tzitzit? I know it says in the tzitzit we have smuchim, next to shatnez that is wool and linen. But the Gemara says, Rava learned that hakanaf means other type of garment beside wool and linen got to be similar. Nachon? So according to him, tzitzit can be with any other type of garment. That's what we're learning from Negaim. The tzitzit must be, according to here, only tzemer ufishtin, nothing else. Amar Rava Chabri Derove. Now it's easy, relatively. Amar Rava Chabri Derove. לרבשי, according to רבשי, לתנא דבר רבי ישמעאל, לפי תנא דבר רבי ישמעאל, מה ישנה לעניין טומאה דמרה בשאר בגדים? Regarding טומאה, the second תנא דבר רבי ישמעאל include other type of clothing, תכתיב או בגד. If regarding טומאה, או means other clothing, by טומאה, if so, החנמי לאימה לרבות שאר בגדים. Let's say here also, when by tzitzit, let's include other clothing to be chayav in tzitzit. We just said we're learning negaim to tzitzit. The din of tzitzit it's only tzemer ufishtim, but by tuma you said that Tanad Rabbi Shmuel hold by tuma all means other type of garments, like Ravashi says earlier. Right. No, even on the first one, we're learning that all means to include other type of garments.
No, Rabbi Shmuel.
The second Tana Deber Rabbi Ishmael, נכון. So the second Tana Deber Rabbi Ishmael will include all any other type of garment. Why it's included only by Tuma and not being included by Tzitzit? But Tzitzit we're learning strictly to wool and linen. So again, מה ישנה לעניין Tuma דמרה בשאר בגדים? Why regarding Tuma you include other type of material, דכתיב או בגד. If so, החנמי here also לימה לרבות שאר בגדים מאשר תכסה בה. We also have by Tzitzit similar words to include. The Torah says, anything you cover with, it's supposed, איפה הלשון של הפסוק? גדילים תעשה לך על ארבע כנפות כסותך, אשר תכסה בה. The pasuk said, you gotta put tzitzit on the four corners of your garment that you cover yourself with. The word you cover yourself with, it's extra in tzitzit. So the Torah says, on your garment you are supposed to have tzitzit. So just like all by Tuma, we include other type of material. Let's from the word that you're going to cover with, asher techase ba, by tzitzit will include other type of material. The Gemara says, those words that you're going to cover yourself with, that's coming to exclude something else. To exclude, coming to include something else. To include that even a garment of a blind guy needs to have tzitzit. Why would you think a blind guy wouldn't have to mitzvah? Uritem oto, you gotta see it. The Tanya, uritem oto, from the word uritem oto, we're excluding prat leksut laila. Night garment does not require tzitzit. Your pajama, you don't need tzitzit. Your blanket, you don't need tzitzit. Lama?
Even if it had four corners?
Yeah. Your blanket, four corners, you don't need tzitzit.
No, you need pajama.
כן, גם פיג'מה, כסות לילה, לא ציצית. למה? It says אוריתם אותו. It's not something that you see at night. So the Gemara says, אתה אומר פרט לכסות לילה, you excluding night garment, או אינו אלא פרט לכסות סומה. Maybe it's excluding garment of a blind guy, you cannot see his garment. But the Gemara says, כשהוא אומר, when the Torah says, אשר תכסה בה, anything you cover yourself with, we include something. הרי כסות סומה, אמור, that means, we include a garment of a blind guy. If so, amani mekayem uritem oto. What am I doing with the pasuk that you must see it? What am I excluding with the pasuk? Prat leksut laila, except a garment of the night. So we have one pasuk uritem oto, we exclude a garment at night, and pasuk that you're going to cover with, we include a garment of a suma, of a blind guy. The Gemara going to ask, the Gemara asking, Uma raita. So basically you have two psukim. One is excluding, and one is including. You see, you're excluding night garment from uritem oto. Shan, I don't see you light. You're excluding, don't think about the chatuna. You're excluding night garment from uritem oto, and you are including blind garment from asher techaseba. You're going to cover yourself with. So the Gemara asks, Umay raita, what did you see? לרבות צומה ולהוציא כסות לילה. You can exclude one and include one. What did you pick and choose to include סומה, a blind guy, and to exclude the other one? The Gemara says, מרבה אני סומה, I prefer to include blind guy, איפה זה? מרבה אני כסות צומה, I prefer to include garment of a blind guy, שישנה בראייה אצל אחרים. Other people can see it. So even though he himself cannot see, yet other people can see his garment. ומוציא אני, I'm excluding כסות לילה, night garment, שאינה בראייה אצל אחרים, that other people cannot see it. So the reason I'm including suma and I'm excluding night garment, suma can be seen by others, so I'm including it, רואים אותו, רואים אותו, but night garment cannot be seen by anybody, that's why I'm excluding it. The Gemara says, ואימא לרבות שאר בגדים. How do you know this pasuk, אשר תכסה בה, you're going to cover with us, it's including a blind guy. How do you know that it's excluding a blind guy? Maybe it's coming to exclude other sunshine. How do you know it's excluding a blind guy? I'm not going to help you. How do you know you're excluding from the pasuk? Asher tekaseh ba, what's including? It's including a blind guy's garment. But since you include something from the pasuk that you're going to cover yourself with, why are you including blind guy garment? Let's include other type of material. Because you know it's including something. Right. What compel you to include dafka a blind guy? The Gemara answer, Mistabri, it makes sense. Kai betzemer ufishtin, we're talking about wool and linen. Merabe tzemer ufishtin, you include something which is tzemer ufishtin, which is what are we including? Something that it is Temer Ufishtin, the cloth of the ksut, the clothing of a blind guy. The shaila is, why are we including blind guy and we are not including other type of garments? The Gemara says, since I'm talking about Temer Ufishtin, it makes sense to say that we are including something which is similar to what we are talking about. We're talking about Temer Ufishtin, and we're including a blind guy that his Temer Ufishtin also will be Chayav in Tzitzit. But Kai beTemer Ufishtin merabe shar bgadim, you're going to talk about Temer Ufishtin, you're going to include other type of clothing. It doesn't make sense. The shal of the Gemara was, if you include something, why do you include a garment of a blind guy? Let's include other type of garment to be Chayav in Tzitzit. The Gemara said it makes sense. You talk about wool and linen, you would include something similar to it, which is a blind guy versus including other type of material garments. Last piece, Amar Abaye, Rabbi Shimon ben Elazar, Vesumchus, Amud davar echad. Both of them said the same thing. Rabbi Shimon ben Elazar, Ade Amaran. Rabbi Shimon ben Elazar said earlier that the din of Temer Ufishtim, the din of Tumah only by Temer Upishtim, by wool and linen. And Sumchus, the Tanya, Rabbi Shimon ben Elazar, Sumchus the Tanya, Sumchus Omer, Sikecha, if somebody used for a schach, betavui, something that was weaved, psula,
Something
lama.
was what?
Huh?
Something that was what?
Weaved. So, because Rabbi Shimon ben Elazar, what did Rabbi Shimon ben Elazar exclude? He said, chutz mi pishtan. So, according to Rabbi Shimon ben Elazar, flax cannot be used as, flax are, except chutz mi pishtan. Nachon. So, according to Rabbi Shimon ben Elazar, a garment of pishtan will receive tumah. Only flax will not receive tumah. So, Sumchus hold the same thing. If he made a scarf with something that being weaved, psula, lama, mipnei shemetama benegaim. So we see that anything that weaved will be tameh benegaim. Same thing, keman, ki aitan, like the following Tana will hold. The Tanan, shti va'erev, wolf and wolf, מטמא בנגעים, מטמא בנגעים מיד, will be טמא נגעים right away, דיבר רבי מאיר. So see, Sumchus holds like Rabbi Meir, that anything with will be טמא נגעים, similar to Rabbi Shimon ben Elazar, anything with, it's טמא בנגעים, anything with there. ורבי יהודה אומר, אשתי משישלה. He said, the warp, I think, when you're going to take it off the fire, because you used to make it white, you used to boil it. והערב מיד, the ערב, the other side, it's טמא right away. והעונין של פשטן, and bundles of flax, משהתלבנו, as soon as they become white in the oven, will be טמא. So we're learning from here that anything you are weaving will be טמא. So Rabbi Shimon ben Elazar, who said if you weave it's טמא, it's like Sumchus, he said if weaving is טמא, which is the opinion of Rabbi Meir, anything weaving it's טמא. חזורי.